Hey you guys. Okay, let me try to get the best light possible. Alright. So I am home. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my little quick post of me letting you all know that my house got struck by lightning yesterday. Last night we had really bad thunderstorms. We've been having really bad thunderstorms for the past few weeks, especially where I live. Sorry, you guys. It just looked like a flash of lightning again on the damn ceiling. Um, anyway, so where I live, which is up north, northern New York, I live very close to the river, and we're really close to the mountains, which when it rains, or storms, the storms become a lot more powerful due to the air and the water combining, that sort of thing. So we get really bad thunderstorms. Now, I've lived here almost 3 years, you guys, and we've had some bad thunderstorms, but never ever like yesterday. So before I start, everyone's okay. It's just me and my husband. We did find out today, well, actually last night, that my area was affected really hard last night. A lot of people don't even have power. We're so grateful we were not hurt. The property is not really damaged. I'll get more into detail about what was damaged, but for the most part, we are alive because, from what I understand, depending on where the lightning hits your house, it can travel through your home, your floors, and if you're in the path of the lightning, or if you're in the shower, you're washing dishes, anything like that, you can be electrocuted. So, thank goodness that was not the case. But okay, so last night about 9ish, hubby and I had come from work, and what we were actually doing was setting up our app for our security cameras. Like, we were having some trouble, it's a little complicated, whatever. So we were sitting in the bedroom, basically right after like eating dinner, and trying to figure out how to work the app on our phones for the security system. All of a sudden we heard like a really hard knock, like a thunder sound. Wow, like it's getting really bad. You could not even see out of the windows. The rain was coming down really hard. Now, in my house, and I'm sure a lot of your houses as well as hubby, because we just discussed this today, if you remember, like your grandma, your aunties, your mama and them, when there was a storm, they would like shut the power off, hide under the table, get under the bed, get in the closet. Like, it was just crazy. I remember me and my younger brother like setting up forts. Like, thunderstorms were like a big deal. I don't know if it was like a superstitious kind of thing, and like the older folks, they were just like, they ain't play with when it came to the thunderstorms. But now I might be one of those superstitious parents or whatever, because my house got hit by lightning. All right, so we're sitting in the bedroom. Everything's fine. The TV's on. The air conditioner's on. Lights are on. And I'm on the bed. Hubby was on like the end of the bed. He's sitting on that. All of a sudden, after we heard the loud noise and we were like, oh, okay, well, it's getting bad, or we heard like the loudest boom ever, like a freaking meteor had hit our house, right? I screamed. I was like, ah! The house shook like an earthquake. And the first thing we noticed was that our bedroom TV had went black. Then the power in the whole house had shut off for like a second, and then the power came back on, right? So I didn't know what the hell had happened. Humpy was like, "Oh no, I think the house got hit by lightning." And I'm like, "Nah, like the house got hit, but you know what the chances of getting hit by lightning?" So, the house got hit by lightning, you guys. So I was terrified. Basically, I had on some little shorts, pajamas. I was about to go to sleep. I was terrified that the house was on fire, because all I could think of was a lightning bolt hitting the top of our house and the top of the roof was smoking. That's all I could think about. When we left our bedroom, I jumped up real quick, threw some jeans on, a shirt. I don't even know what shoes I put on. I grabbed the umbrella. I left Cooper, y'all. Poor Cooper. I'm sorry, Cooper. But I did not even think to grab Cooper, like, if the house was on fire. Like, I was so out of this house, like, so quickly. It was pouring, you guys. It was so bad outside. So we couldn't see anything, like, outside, and it was raining really, really bad. So we ended up coming back in the house and decided to kind of, like, check in the house first, to see if anything was smoking or anything like that. So hubby headed up to the attic because that's the highest point of the house, and just to make sure he didn't smell anything, he didn't see anything smoking, or make sure anything was on fire. And he was up there for a good 10 minutes. He said no, he walked around, he didn't see anything, which reminds me that I have to get rid of a lot of junk in the attic, because I was using it for a little while as my little office girl cave, but it has definitely become like storage junk, and I don't feel like organizing it. That's a story for another day. But anyway, so my whole point is with that is that there was so much stuff up there, and I couldn't imagine if something caught on fire. Like, there's just way too much stuff up there. Anyway, so hubby came down. We went to the basement together to make sure that everything was okay. That's when we smelled smoke, like something burning. Now hubby has his man cave downstairs. I have my laundry room downstairs. We have storage downstairs. The hubby's man cave was, his TV went out, and it was plugged into a surge protectors, but I just found out that surge protectors do not work if your house is hit with direct lightning. Depending on how high the voltage is, the surge protector doesn't really do anything. So hubby's TV was plugged into a surge protector, and it still got messed up. Like the lightning, the electricity overpowered the TV, and it blacked out. It won't even come on. I smelled smoke. Now down in the basement is where we have our boiler, the gas lines, everything that basically controls the house. Besides in the attic, there's some stuff in the attic as well. But downstairs is where I worry, because that's where the gas is. Everything is gas in my house, natural gas. So you don't know if the electricity ran to one of the gas pipes, which can cause an explosion. And like I said, I started to smell smoke. So then I started to panic again. So I'm telling my husband, we got to get out the house. Got to get out the house. He's like, calm down. I panic. I go into panic mode depending on what the situation is. So he went to the circuit breaker. We have a circuit breaker, and it was buzzing. Like, you can hear the electricity running through the damn circuit breaker, like zzz, zzz. I was like, oh, hell no. Call the fire department. Because, I mean, God only knows. This has never happened before. I only seen stuff like this on TV. Didn't have a clue as to what to do. We called the fire department.
When the fire department is leaving your house because your house got struck by lightning. Now to find my husband.
Live too far from the fire department. They were here like in 2 minutes. They did not only send the fire department, they sent an ambulance as well as the police chief. There was so many people in my house, you guys. It was crazy. But I'm appreciative. My town, they do not play when it comes to an emergency. They are on the ball. So I didn't notice either, but learned it last night, that firefighters now have these cameras that basically they can shoot like a light through your walls to see, like a thermal light, to see if anything is smoking or if anything's on fire or if there's any heat sources or anything like that. So they were able to reassure us that nothing in the walls were burning, that the outside, the ground, nothing was under the ground burning, and we were okay to remain in the house. Now, that's all they do. They don't check your electricity. They don't check for nothing else. So basically they told us the house is safe, but we should definitely call an electrician, immediately. Fine. So you guys, which you'll see in upcoming vlogs, right now there's so much stuff going on in our lives, which you guys will see in the upcoming vlog shortly. But like I told you, like, there's some things I don't know what I'm gonna share, what I'm not going to share, but trust and believe, hubby and I have so much stuff going on right now, all good stuff, thankful, appreciative, very humble, and just, we're putting in the work we need to do to keep this thing going. But all I could think of is within these last few months, we have spent so much money on certain things and upgrading our home and doing certain things in our home. We don't, I don't have another dollar to squeeze out for something that we have no control over, right? All I can think of is it's going to be, thousands and thousands of dollars to rewire this house if something happened, like if the wires were charred or caught on fire. I don't freaking know. And it is an older home. We did not want like the newer homes because and I just text T-Day6 when we were talking about this. I don't really particularly care for the newer homes because to me, well, at least in New York, like the newer construction homes, all the homes look the same. We didn't want like a cookie cutter house. Like I wanted a house that had character, that had life, charm, that sort of thing. And that's what we got when we bought this house. But along with that, when you're buying an older home, you have older home issues. Okay, so the wiring in this house is crazy. Like, I don't even want to get into it, but basically we were told that to rewire this house, if there was an issue, would be about $30,000. The kid made good money, my hubby made good money, but we ain't got no damn $30,000 to be rewiring no house. No way. So fingers crossed. So word spread through our family and some friends that our house had got struck by lightning. I did not post it on social media until just today on Instagram. Not really sure how basically everybody in our family and friends found out that our house got hit by lightning. But it turned out to be a good thing because we had got a resource. One of hubby's uncles, his wife's brother, is an electrician, and he was able to give us some really good advice as to what to do. And a contact person, like a friend of his, is also an electrician. And electricians, if you ever had any electrical work done on your house, they're very expensive. It's very pricey. So we were nervous. We're still nervous because we're still in the process of figuring out everything. Long story short, he suggested that we call the electrical company just to have them come out and make sure that the system is not dangerous, like the lines are connected, there's no shortages, that can start a fire, that sort of thing. And I was like, oh wow, I would have never even thought to call the electrical company. And I'm like, duh, like as soon as he said that, I'm like, duh, like I didn't even think to do that. And they have to do that, like they're not going to charge you to come and check the lines. So we got a really nice guy. He just left. The little clip I'll inserted in here of the electrical company truck coming. Okay, so now with the lightning hitting the house, there's a few things that are still not working, or we feel that are unsafe. So that's Cooper. The power company is here. I guess they're checking oh, that scared me. The lines, the power just actually came back on. Just to make sure everything is safe and running the right way. So the story continues. The young guy, he was really cool. Basically, he checked the lines and made sure that there was no shortages. He told my husband that the circuit breaker panel was loose, and that could have happened from the electrical shock. It could have knocked the panel off, but basically he tightened it, and the circuit breaker stopped buzzing. So he was like, oh, this is the problem, it was loose, seems like everything is fine, the wires look fine, so you guys should be okay. Now, part of owning a home, if you have to have homeowners insurance. You are not even allowed to buy a home unless you have homeowners insurance. I'm always like, oh, it's such a damn waste of money. You pay all this money, nothing ever happens. But this is why you need homeowners insurance for unexpected situations like this. So thank God we are covered. We called our insurance company, and they do cover lightning, hitting your home. The 2 TVs are gone. One of my cable boxes are done. I'm not sure what else was plugged in. We kind of have to look around and see, you know, what else is damaged, because it just happened last night and we had to get up and go to work, so we really didn't get to assess the whole thing. I did shoot a little short clip video of my tree outside in my house. I call that my avatar tree, the tree of life. It's huge and it's in the middle of the yard. It looked like it did get struck by lightning. All right, you guys, so I want to show you what the lightning partially did to one of my trees. So this is like the big tree in my house, well, in my yard. The lightning struck here. As you can see, it's like all burnt. And I don't know if it was two separate strikes, because the lightning also hit the house, but it hit the tree. Well, I'm just glad that didn't fall though. If I didn't insert it, I'll insert it here. And basically that is where we are, you guys. Like, I'm just happy none of us were hurt. And so far so good. Like, we have insurance, so the insurance should take care of everything. We'll be able to replace our televisions, hopefully, because they are still, you know, we have to put the claim in, and then that has to go through the process. But hopefully they will take care of everything and we will not have to come out of pocket for anything. We still have the internet, so I can't watch TV. Well, my TV in the living room is working and it's hooked up to the internet, so I can watch like Netflix or YouTube, but we can't really watch TV. But I hardly watch TV anyway, except on Mondays. But I'm just so thankful that we are not hurt. Our property is not really damaged, and this is just like a freak of nature, you guys. Like, who would ever think like their house would get struck by lightning? Not in a million years would I ever think my house would get struck by lightning. But as I said, thank you. We're not hurt. And for the most part, the house didn't catch on fire. Like I said, there's a few people in our area who do not even have power, whose homes also got struck, and there was like fires and things like that. We didn't have that, so I'm thankful for that. All right, that's basically it, you guys. 16 minutes. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Like I said in my Instagram clip, I do have some videos coming up. I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys. I'm gonna edit probably this weekend, because I don't really have too much planned this weekend. I want to get those last little bitty clips done, and then everything will be current. And yeah, the journey continues. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for listening. I have a little bit more to say about this, but I'm not going to put it in this video. Some things like my mom said to me, and some other people, what this could be a sign of. We gonna see. Later, you guys. Peace.